This is, once again, milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. This is me playing the second part of it. So if you are a little confused about it, that's okay. This game is a bit confusing, and it does have some heavy topics involved with it. I don't think I saved last time. Nope, I didn't. Okay. So that's good. I'm going to pull up a guide for this so that I get the right thing, but let me just take a look here. It's very abstract for certain, for everything going on in here. So yeah, so I'm looking at a guide here to go through the rest of the endings that I didn't get from the last time here. Probably would have been better to go through in one sit through, but I honestly did not have time last time. So I'm just going to go through this way. So last time I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 achievements. The first death, you're annoying. Please forget it. You won't get it, and good night. Yep. So because I don't have a save, we're going to have to hit new game and go through that. Which I don't think I realized that there was saving in this last time. For the benefit of those who have not seen this, I will read through this beginning part of the dialogue here because it seems pretty vital in understanding this a bit. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. This might help if I have the window selected. There we go. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of the shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. I walk past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I can still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there is a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. That's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. I know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure that. There's no been corpses in my kitchen ever. Absolutely certain. I break into a run and dash towards the closed door. The shadows intensify their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I whip my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers, but then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop in time. I got no other choice but to break the door down now. If there's somebody inside, I surely will scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it actually revives them? No. I don't want to do that. What do I do? I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there was no living corpse inside. But there was a bag of milk I bought today sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf in a store or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry. I only bring the others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. I meet a familiar, formless creature at the door. It locks me in its clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paws, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again? I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging and just keeps staring into the black cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I promised so many times. Stay put. The moment it says that, its claws pierce my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews, but then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts! A white veil appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching frantically. I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but why? Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poisonous claw inside my arm. Kill me, kill me! Hysterical screams resound through the corridors. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with loud sound. I try to imprint everywhere every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again! I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. I probably will drink again milk, just so you know. Oh, hang on 1 second. That's a bad spot for me. There we go, that's better. Oh, sorry about that, I missed some dialogue. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. And there was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of day. I loved anticipating the inevitable moment when the reality and dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slipped away. As if somebody fished them out of my head one after another, until nothing was left. And now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. Just want the dream and not the sleep. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I've always swallowed them as a bunch without thinking. And I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers and to chew on it. Don't chew on pills. Unless they say chew on them, of course. I do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth protruding red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I can still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides and, to my surprise, turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight to the waste bin and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invent my own medicine instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. My heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, and my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. How about that? And my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about this to someone right away. But not to my mom, she'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without a reason. I'll think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. I wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. I wonder. Hey. Hey, girl. How's it going? It's us. We're her partner. All right, now this is where it's going to start being a little bit different from the first playthrough. So that's little bit of an insight into her head. If you want a little bit more, I definitely recommend watching the first playthrough, but let's continue on today for this. Because I really don't understand exactly what's going with her, which is exactly why I wanted to go through the other endings to get a better idea of what the heck is going on with this girl, because I do not fully understand. Hey, long time no see. All right, so where is my guide? I have you over here. Okay, so we want to avoid her dying. I found it really easy to avoid her dying last time, so I just had to avoid having her die. Oh boy, hang on, let me see if there's a better guide. First F is a prerequisite for getting this achievement. You'll not receive this achievement if you've not activated First F sequence prior in this run. Click 3 or more fireflies. You'll see what the fireflies are in just a few minutes here. Collect 3 or more fireflies and select finish searching. Advance through the dialogue until you reach the following screen. After suggesting she get some fresh air on the balcony. All right, so we just need to get a first F and a second F. All right, so you're supposed to meet once per day. Hasn't even been an hour, dummy. There we go, cursor. Hasn't even been an hour, darn. There you go, bullying me again. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? No. Well then, I'm not happy either. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long already. It's my turn now, all right? I'll just stay silent until the medicine's effect wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't even need you at all. I'm so energetic and it feels great, which means I can do anything. And you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all besides myself. By the way, you're the one that's useless and pathetic. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, all right? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Well, let's see how long that can last. Yeah, we'll see, yeah. Am I really this pathetic? Say something. I could feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin, and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. At least I tried. Go wash your face, and then we'll decide what to do with you. So, I'm taking some different dialogue approaches than I did last time. I was a lot nicer to her, but there's not a whole bunch of wonderful options to talk to her with either, unfortunately. I'm in front of my mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery looks the walls are giving me, trying not to drown in their giggling, but then me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes, but that doesn't help. I wouldn't have helped even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind 2 squared by 2 squared, a squared, a squared, a square pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I feel better, but my head is splitting apart now. What she was doing there kind of reminds me of like, when I'm usually like in doctor's office waiting, I usually, if I'm feeling like really sick, I try to focus on like the ceiling or the floor and just counting and looking at the shapes. Though sometimes if I'm feeling really sick, they start shifting when you're looking at them. Is that normal for everyone else? I don't know. My head is splitting apart now. How do you feel? You're mocking me, right? I'm obligated to ask you this at least once a couple times per session. Sure. A session, huh? You don't like that word? I'm fine. No, you're not. You're not fine. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know. Yeah, you know, you ought to know how challenging it was. You ought to know. Alanis. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Well, whatever it was your decision. Does it even matter? What do you think? I can't be sure about anything, and don't take me seriously anyway. Then why'd you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time, but now I feel triple its force. Yeah, so you do that at the doctor's office still? Cool. It hurts so bad. You know what to do. Dejected, I reached out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallowed the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coating traveling down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind the furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsens my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. You still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. It's a good skill to have. I wouldn't really risk throwing my pills in the air for anything, though. Imagine if it's like your last pill, you're like, I'm just gonna toss it in the air, and it just hits the ground. Yeah. I lie on the floor, I look at the ceiling. I can clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above, rather it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Hi? Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. Alright, then don't talk. See you back here. What do you want then? I just want to lay down for a bit. Even the ceiling was bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? Alright, fine. That's what you want things to be. I need to get through my thoughts in order. I love the atmosphere in this game, and that it just makes you feel so unsettled. I really like that about this. I carefully extract my thoughts that are yet to be fully formed in my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switch them from one place to another, pile them on top of each other, scatter them around, and then I throw them off with my hand annoyed and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming like cockroaches. No, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. Nice little buzzing. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, their fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling on their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just, that moment doesn't come. The mocking sounds of flapping wings come from the ceiling and make me start losing my patience. Enough, I hate you! Sometimes you just get caught in that thought spiral and it's just like you don't even want to be able to think. You know? I can relate to that. I've been better nowadays in that sort of regard, but another thing that I really like about this game is how you can relate to this if you're having some mental health issues, which I can't say that I've never had. Can't say that. Something that is running in the family, and yeah. But I've been doing a lot better the last several months, so actually since I started streaming again, it's been a lot better for the most part, so. I spring to my feet and scream at the top of my lungs, the fireflies scatter. Good job. Let's start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? Yes. And what do you want me to do then? I don't know, it's up to you. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. And I've changed my mind anyway. Please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Yes. I glance around the room. There are too many places for creatures as small as fireflies to hide here. They can be anywhere. Suddenly, I hear a deafening rumble. Definitely rumble. And the clock just hits midnight. It's so late already. Sorry. And I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know better than anyone else. All right, so I'm going to save here. Oop. Go. All right, so that's the thing. I have no idea. This is weird. So we're getting deaf 1 from that dialogue. Will you tell me? So, she died there. I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did you drink milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes start itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another. If I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. No! I stand in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. And my thoughts are hiding from me. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me either. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. Even if I make the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things that should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? All right, so, one second, I'm just checking the guide here for the second death. I don't think it's here yet, but collect 3 or more fireflies and then select finish searching. Okay, so we're not there yet. It doesn't matter at this moment what dialogue we pick. Got it. Right, trying to come up with a reason right now. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Come up with a reason. Who, me? No, of course. I think I forgot to put up your mind block. I can see through you. Rude. All right then, so we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch? Yeah. My oh my. All right, I have an idea. Last time becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments where you just look at different objects and something inevitable happens. Sounds so fun. And what about the things you use regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make even more interesting. That is so childish. I want to know what's the best part. You'll be the one doing it. Oh, no. Oh, yes. I start panicking as soon as I get a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You've already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue down that road? Oh, come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision too. Very much true. Don't ever forget that. That's actually really good advice. Let's begin already. I go into the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Oh, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. At the moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie, zowie. Wowie. So that's Firefly 1. Look at that thing. So nice. I carefully grab the firefly. As pleasantly scorching to the touch, I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. It's time to come home now. As if it was in order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. Imagine something crawling right into your ear. That's glowing and warm. Is that a pleasant sensation? I wouldn't want anything crawling into my ear. No, thank you. No, thank you. It tickles. So yeah, it's hard to relate to her in some aspects, really, here. One down, let's look for others. Yeah. All right, so we need 2 more fireflies, huh? That's not gonna do it. Where else can we get fireflies? Check the vent. It's not easy to get out of here. No, I would figure out what I'm going to pour into my ear and kill it. Yeah. I don't know, depending on what it is. What would you put in your ear? Bleach? Very, very last minute resort if you don't mind losing your hearing, I suppose. Maybe it's something that's trying to, like eat your ear out. I suppose you could try running to the ER or something, but with the wait times, at least in the States, that might be a bit. Does vinegar work on that? I don't know. I found that spraying just water in general on a lot of bugs tends to kill them, but then trying to get it out, Oh God. And you like probably like getting it with tweezers and such, and you just like get bits of it. Oh God. The picture is awful. I don't like that picture. Oof. I don't like that radio. Are you any different? I truly do not remember the radios. Let's take a look at these. And what are those? Ah, those. Those are photos of my best memories, but they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks. Forget it. Or continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. So, not a firefly there. Let's take a look at the fan. What's funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage that's locked in and the cable. And it's like an inmate if you think about it. So it's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. The bag. Oh, I think the bag had one. I looked down. My school bag is worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks full, like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. I love her descriptions. She's very creative. She should write, if she doesn't write. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool, senseless and cruel. You are there, but I don't care. Is it me you're laughing at? What? I've never, after all, you're not my pet. You would laugh at your pets? I guess if you're doing something silly, I've laughed at mischief. I'm not going along with this nonsense anymore, got it? Got it. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. All right. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms are really bright, not like the ones at home. That's it. Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in more memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I already am too old for school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. And we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. And then what happened? I don't remember. It doesn't even matter? Okay. Good. I looked in my bag again. Light pouring into the room through my windows glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real. Sadly. Whatever. I don't care anyway. I almost ended up kicking the bed in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. This already happened. Countless of times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I might be catching on, but we can read her thoughts. I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see a small insect is crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it's a little tiny victory lap. It flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. And that's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it no longer is alone. Sure, let's continue searching. So we need one more. Let me think. What do I want to... How about... The computer, I think, had one. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? Why do you fear the computer? Oh, I remember this dialogue. Oh, this was weird. It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering, calculating, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? Imagining, digging under the ground as a hamster and probably dying because hamsters, I don't think, belong underground. What is the natural habitat of a hamster anyway, actually? I've only ever seen them in pet stores. As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. All right, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives. Okay, I got it. What? Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. Fine. Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out from the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets to the top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. If only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Do you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. Firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of action, then flies up to dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. All right, so that's 3 fireflies. And I'm supposed to stop searching at this point, but I don't see an option for that. It's supposed to pop on the screen. Hang on, let me take a look at what the guide says. Maybe I have to trigger something else. Collect 3 or more fireflies, then select finish searching. Advance through the dialogue until... All right, so I guess I have to wait for it to pop up. Not a big deal. All right, so what else do I want to... Let's go to the... that radio. We didn't click yet. Funky. How about the toothbrush? I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it and a small towel hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight! My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else then. It's worth the time. How about this book? This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'd still be good for another couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that would turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead. So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you are a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool from my height, and it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stayed up and studied the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look if I wait a little longer. If I wait. Open your eyes. No! It's okay, just do it. No way! I know you're lying. Calm down. No. Calm down. No! Calm down. No. Calm down. No. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with the utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here, you tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it again, I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder, the pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of the drawings on the previous pages. No way. Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it, I'm closing my eyes. Look there, look there. A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. The buzz that always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up, and enters into my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. This just makes me think of like every time that I've had a bee encounter now. Hate it. If I was in her position, I'd probably end up, instead of thinking of fireflies, like all my thoughts would be like bees, and then I'd be like, I am never gonna think again. It's been some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but the buzzing dies down. Whew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Aye, aye, Captain. Finish searching. All right, so let's get that dialogue that we need. So we're gonna wait until it has an option. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Oh God, that is rough. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back into the starting point. No changes at all, a zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathing some air. Somehow, those words triggered a panic attack at me. I subconsciously stepped away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone's watching me. There's no way somebody cares that much about you. Let's see what happens for this. This is new to me. Just for a couple minutes, okay? All right, so going to get some fresh air. Whoa, it's expansive. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows, and there are muffled voices coming from inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. It seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's very red. I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed in on itself. You know? It's a metaphor for isolation if I ever heard one. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. It's an eyeball. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. And small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. No, please don't. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath, if you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do, please don't. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake. Yes, everything in the world revolves around you. To deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You're believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's wall, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete dust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. All right, good. I was afraid that she was going to jump off. All right, so back inside. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagine myself being outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time, it's still being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk, and yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never, ever. That's a goodbye then. No. I have one more small favor to ask, a really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you, but was it really necessary? We'll see tomorrow. No, I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine. What's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me. Yes! I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already, I get it. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. You're the bully. Boop, boop, boop. Get some nice sleep. Hopefully she feels better. But, as I said, we're doing a guide to try and get her killed a second time, which is not good. Anyway. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. I would really hate sleep if I could never dream anymore. I pretty much dream every single night. I get really weird dreams. I don't remember most of them, but when I do, it's either an amazing dream or so good that I hate waking up. And it's just really depressing. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course, I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I was watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course. I always look sleeping in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in most unexpected places. Bulging eyes with trembling, pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. How do eyes hiss? So like their pupils come out and they have mouths on the eyes and such. Or maybe just like the speed at which they're moving will cause them to make hissing sounds. These are good thoughts. It was horrible. Yes, it was. And well-deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they like this place. They always follow my wake, peeping at me, and I'm kind of scared of them. I can't even argue with them. It's hard to argue with eyeballs. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course, they're still listening, you know. Use your hands. All right. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? And I was trying so hard here, don't you get it? I'll hear you. Relax. Nobody can hear you. So, what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. That's a girl. All right. Here we go. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alleyway. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Triska. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you everything? Or anything? I know I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Treska says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, and silence. He's a wacko. And his name is stupid. I agree, his name is pretty stupid. Does anyone know anyone that's actually named Treska? Are we going or what? You can go, and I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Treska puts on a cunning smile and bites. I bite my lower lip. He bites my lower lip. No. It's not that story. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. Feelings mutual. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. He grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. So, our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Treska was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. Dilly-dallying, don't you have to get to the store? Hurry up, chop chop. After reaching the store's door, we are greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours this way? They probably have a special staff for this, someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. Haha, what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says, we're closing in 15 minutes. Weird theory proving to be true, Treska. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh yeah. Sure. I guess. I mean, we're here. After another round of going around a long row of canned products, we realized that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Treska lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I? I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grabbed Treska's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer, his mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. What did this dude say to you, man? What did he say? Only when we turn around the corner, Treska calms down. What was that? I got scared. He said... What? What'd he say? No, not again. Suddenly, Treska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who? Me? Me? Annoying? Yeah. Treska pushes me away and runs off. Treska, do you're the type of person that just says things about other people that are about yourself. That's interesting. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hanging a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Treska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where I was. Hey, you move! I heard an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that formed after Treska. I screamed through toward him. I have no idea where all these people came from. I guess they're rushing to get milk too. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. He's not yours. Why are you taking responsibility for this kid? Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee. What? You heard me? I did, but that's unheard of. Treska starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... not saying that word. R word, too. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote at the cashier in much higher value than needed, even counting it all of the stupid fees. then grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards a gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know, he turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Why walk into the highway? Don't do that. That angle he's doing. It seems like you're not helping me at all. Seems like you're not helping me at all. You know what that means. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. And that's when we woke up. Milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of... Huh, that's weird. That's the same ending I got last time. It's supposed to be different. Well, that's interesting, though. So, Tresca did the exact same thing as last time. I am very confused about that. Why did it say this here? It's a very interesting game, and we're going to keep playing. Because there's more endings here. What did I do wrong, then? That's weird. Let me see if there's another guy that says otherwise. We need to make her fall. I guess we gotta be more mean to her somehow. What did I do wrong? Or what did I do right? Let's see. Bag milk is such a Japanese thing. It does seem Japanese, doesn't it? But it actually is not made by a Japanese maker. I believe he is Russian, or he or she is Russian who made this. Definitely Eastern Europe. Or, I guess Russia is technically both Europe and Asia, but it's more, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, so it's definitely not Japanese. It's just got that anime look to it. So we're gonna have to speed through some of this. Once you press on the laptop, small story, at some point you want to have the second option. Oh, okay, so, all right, that was not mentioned. Okay, so we gotta do the laptop again. All right, gonna hit continue, so I have a save. This is weird. Okay, so just gonna speed through everything here. So this is her first F. Just got home from the aquarium. Oh, I love aquariums. I used to live by an aquarium when I still lived in Connecticut. I moved when I was about 10. We lived by the shore. We used to go to the beach all the time. And my family was where we had a pool and we lived by the beach and we went to the aquarium all the time because we were just that lucky. But when we moved to New York, no beach, no pool, no aquarium, nothing. We just said goodbye to fishes, all that. Anyway, just gonna cut through all this. So let's see. Left before it got too crowded. Actually, nice day, kind of day. Octopus plushie. Oh, the fleshies there. When I was a kid, I got this lovely little slinky from our local aquarium that was a rainbow fish. It was literally, it looks like an angel fish, and it was a rainbow slinky, and it was like my favorite thing ever. But my dad broke it because he got mad. So there was that. Yeah. Another thing that I had was like a set of playing cards with penguins all over them. Yeah, Mystic Seaport. We lived by Mystic Seaport, kind of, somewhat close. So we used to go there all the time. It was lovely. All right, so let's keep going through this here. But yeah, I love aquarium. I have not gone to an aquarium in ages. I think the last one I went to was in Maryland, like only 10 years ago, actually. Man, I should go back to an aquarium sometime. Be nice. I'm just trying to run through all this dialogue here, since we went through all this. Right. Yep. Teasing. Come on. Let's get going. All right, so the laptop is the one that's going to make a big deal here. So if you're looking for new indie game, place was Hypnospace is making. I have seen gameplay of Hypnospace, but it's been long enough that I forgot most of it. So I definitely do want to play that game here. That is a great suggestion. I love these weird, trippy type of games. I do. All right, so, oh, It's working with my controller now. Great. But I want the laptop, please. All right, I'm just going to use the mouse on the laptop. There you go. It's one of your favorites. Yee. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years. It's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item, I fear it. All right, let's cut to the choice. So I skipped over this choice before, and I didn't realize it was going to be affected. So I'm going to hear talking about how she has the laptop. So much fun stuff. You have amusing hobbies. Still waiting for the sequel. There's supposed to be a sequel to Hypnospace Outlaw? Ooh, fancy that. So Lisa the Painful is an amazing gift. I own that game. I am very much interested in playing that. I know it's an RPG though, so I'm gonna wait on that a little bit. I've seen some gameplay of that when it came out, which is what got me to playing it in the first place. That game looks crazy hard, but also like really hard like situations, kind of like this one. So that is definitely on my to-do list. All right, here we go. So we have to choose this option. This is what I did not do last time. You'll end up returning that subject anyway. On wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house. So right before this here, we were talking about, imagine that you're a hamster that lives underground. Here we go. Let's see. On a wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is a cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of your neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you too. That means you're all the same. We're all the same hamsters. We're all living in a pet store, but I came from the underground and they just are from the pet store, apart from the fact that they were born at that shop. Oh, I just finished a playthrough on the hardest difficulty. Not super bad if you know what you're doing, but you're trapped. Yikes. Yeah. You're trapped in a pet store. Yes, you're trapped in a pet store. My bad. No, my bad at all. No bad at all. No worries. You keep talking about what you want. I like having people to talk with. I mean, you're comfortable if you're lurking. That's perfectly fine too. I respect all of you. But I enjoy having someone to talk with too. That's wonderful. So you'll ask, what does that indicate? Otherwise, I tend to look like her. She's just talking to herself. You'll ask, what does that indicate? I'll tell you. Nothing at all. I forget what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, I'll start over. This time try to avoid the stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here, so I had a lot of friends online, tens, hundreds of them, impossible to count. It's impossible though, right? At exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk in a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted here. All right. From my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming just like me. 130 of them like drawing just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side, all right? You can split numbers evenly, no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Yeah, to the point. I knew, of course, that no real people exist on this web. I also understood that all of my friends die the moment I turn off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Yeah, so she doesn't think people online exist, so like when I turn off my computer, everyone's dead too. That's her thought. If you can't, it can, if you try hard enough, just cut one of them in half. What are we cutting in half? People? Thoughts? Oh, you mean, oh, her friends. I got it. Yeah, cut the people in half. We'll see how well that goes. I mean, you could still survive as half a body as long as you're cutting, you know, below the heart, you know, keeping that intact and not cutting any major arteries, technically. I mean, also you have a good surgeon nearby, you know, certain things. But I was still not even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers, which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interest is my friend. I don't care whether they know my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose, its mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. Just like people, you'll be able to predict people perfectly all the time. Because no one has free will. They're just programs. Yep. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor and the laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at protecting me at some moment. I let him trick me. Hey, look. Huh? Suddenly the firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. Main character much. Yes, very much main character syndrome here. Well, to be fair, she is the main character in this game, but, digress. I can see myself. If only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Do you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again as if coming back to its senses. For some time, I think it's about the further course of the action, then flies up, dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. And what about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story. Maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me of a code word, for example. What code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. All right, so let's speed through finding more fireflies. So there was one in the bag. So going through here. It doesn't really matter which option I select here, I believe. Let's see here. I like to see a game where you play the main character and everyone around them is also the main character, like their own dialogue boxes and everything. And your character sees them from behind, like backwards letters and stuff. I'm trying to picture that. That's a bit difficult for me to figure, but basically, like, everyone has main character syndrome is what I'm picking up on that, if that's what you're putting down. And let's see, he's talking about how she skipped school. Well, kind of. Her dad took her out of school. Yeah, let's just keep doing that. Okay. If I select the next option, we're going to go into basically a rotating sort of thing. So let's not do that. So we got another firefly. So that's technically 3 fireflies. I think that I need to pick up just one more, though, in order for me to be able to stop searching. Was it on the fan? Or did I do the bottles? I don't think I did the bottle. Oh, I did the toothbrush before. Wait, actually, I don't think there was anything on that. Yeah, there wasn't anything on that. The photos, I think, had. What are those? They're all blank, which is a very interesting thing. You can tell that in her mind that the only purpose of having the memories is to help cover up other things. So that's definitely got to be some sort of metaphor, having the photos covering up the cracks in her home, so her protection has the cracks on there from her memories and such, but she doesn't have a clear picture of the memories. Maybe it was in the fan. We didn't touch too much. No. We did the laptop, we did that. We had that. Clicked that at least. Oops, I clicked outside. Not easy to get out of here. No. Radio. Did I click the plus? What was it? I seen a video where in Japan, influencers were under a bridge in a major rich area and all had their stream set up on the floor. I used to sleep on the floor and such, so I can picture that. Dozens of them with circle lights shining on them. Also dozen. All had their own little corner or just enough not to get each other in their shots. Looked like bums congregating, but they were trying to be shitty streamers to make money. Shitty streamers. What do you mean by that? Like they weren't really trying too much, maybe? All right, we need, the book. That's right, her sketchbook. I forgot about the sketchbook. One second here. All right, so her sketchbook, which is just really sad. All right, touch case. All right, so she's afraid to look at it. She shuts her eyes. We got to persuade her into looking at it. Just keep calming down. The only time in the world where it actually makes sense for you to tell someone to calm down, I guess. And it actually works. But then again, this was translated, so maybe they use different words that make more sense for this. All right. Look, look, look. You're going to see a firefly. All right. Are you okay? All right. Now we're finished searching. We're going to the balcony. We're going to insult her to get on the balcony again. And we'll see what sort of different dialogue we got. It says, now it's supposed to be different. Let's see. Go to the balcony. Right. There is no way somebody cares about you that much. It's an awful thing to say about anyone at any time, even if you don't like them. Just don't do it, unless you know that someone has a really good sense of humor for that. Even then, you want to be cautious about that because you never know how people might be hiding how they're feeling and such. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? Like Fake influencers, that name their followers like, hey, my fellow Zoomies. Ugh. Zoomies, let's go get it today. I mean, you do you type of thing is how I feel about that. If they actually feel good about doing that sort of stuff, good for them. I mean, if they're just doing it because they think that's what people want to hear, then I'm not into that. I want to try and be genuine with people, you know? I think that's important. It's just disingenuous. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure there's people who love their content, but it looks so dystopian. Kind of like this. This is pretty dystopian looking here. It is very rough. My apartment building looks spotless like cooking pot instead of a suit. It's hundreds of concrete metal boxes on the wall. The light on the windows. So far, it doesn't seem like there is much different, I don't think. Must be so lonely living in endless silence. Apartment building is pretty weird. I could see the horizon from my window before. Buildings grew miles. Yes, that's the same from before. Nothing unusual there. How do you feel? I definitely feel something more than enough. You're still anxious. Completely terrified. In every direction, but not up. This. I already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. Climb up the metal railing and my legs hang down. So, I already got a little spoiled by looking at the guide, so it seems that she's gonna fall here. I sneak a short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like a whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, to trick, and confuse me. That's the same as before, too. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. Probably right. Another gust of wind blasts past the pot's wall, smashing the glass to a dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. Ah, we have something different now. Okay, here we go. You were the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you made that promise. And I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. She sees the future. There she goes. Do not try this at home. I had a friend online, my best friend. Even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool, well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? That she'd be fun at parties. Oh, if she felt comfortable to even go to a party, yeah. Though, technically, I can relate to that part, actually. So I'm not trying to make fun of her. Not in that respect, at least. Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. Me too. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts, and I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything, just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So, what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. Death is only the beginning. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail as if it was him, and he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I gripped my teeth. The wind whipped my face without mercy. It slices my skin to uneven strips, as if a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. That is not a friend. Jesus. What's the most important? It was a win-win situation. Win-win? How is that? You wanted to be harassed by robots? This girl definitely needs more help than she's getting. They spawn here and there, simply bit of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Well, no wonder she doesn't use that laptop very much anymore. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. That'll put an end to it. I decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only... My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. So, that is... Somehow she survives death. All right, so we got that achievement. Cool. I returned my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's different. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course, hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. I wonder if that's going to affect anything for the ending here. Imagine myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time, still being me. Ridiculous. Like milk outside a bag of milk, and yet... You don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. Time is running short. You won't take another pill, of course. Won't take it tomorrow and the day after. Never, ever. Goodbye, then? No. No more small favor, ask a really small one. What is it? I blurred way too much today. A lot of stuff I want to forget forever. Don't blame me, but it was really necessary. We'll see tomorrow. Won't be able to sleep like this at all. Fine, what's the favor? All right, so far, everything is exactly the same from before. I'm just going to skip a little bit here. Also scared. I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Unless she has something different here when she's going to bed. She's going to ask us to tell her a story, I believe. Calling a sleeping bag, electric heater. Yeah, I could use an electric heater in my room. Oh, I dealt with it first. Of course, I'll believe you. No, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining I'm watching a dream. Wait, is this different? Hang on. Anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I was watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, always looking sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in most unexpected places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know. One day I almost died, just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while, and then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. Wait, no, I remember that. That's not different. We are just protoplasmic flesh puppets existing in an endless cacophony of electrical currents till we dissolve into the nothingness that spawned us. This is true. We are electric thoughts and feelings. We're also, you know, stars. Hold up. The biggest line in the world, and after that I stopped. Silhouettes, letters, stage. This is the same, I guess. All right. But it still could be different. Too scared to tell me. Use your hands. Yep, still doing that. What do you say? I'd be happy to tell you, the bedtime story. Sounds silly? Yes. Focus. Close your eyes. All right, I'm gonna sip of water. I am drying up a bit. All right. I'm gonna guess that we meet Tresca again. I don't know if there's gonna be anything different, though, with Tresca. Maybe Tresca dies. It's Tresca. Hello, Tresca. I'm late. Blinking in bewilderment and all that sort of stuff. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jan on Demand. Thank you. You are late. I stared. I'm confused. Sorry? I always wonder if contemplate putting follow notifications on my screen or not. I don't know. I just happened to catch that, so thank you. I know I don't always say them out loud, but I appreciate everyone that does follow. Obligated to escort me to the store, so always bothering me about taking him to the store again. Are we going or what? Happy to, I don't know the way. We tell him that we don't like him, which is natural feeling to Tresca. It's weird though, we immediately say that we don't like him, and we go into the store and then we're vouching for him. It's weird. Closing in 20 minutes here. Ready to slip the living hell out of him. 15 minutes to close. Change the world, my final message. Goodbye. No. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Wait up. Lex goes to my hand, he goes off on his own, and he gets this weird encounter with this guy. And so far, nothing is different here. There might be something different that happens after. Whoa. Spreading and crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course, I don't understand anything. So you don't understand scenes. You're mean. Yep, I'm mean. I'm very mean. Pushes away and runs off. Run, 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 run. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. Register. What happened? It's yours. Just leave him home next time. All right, so I don't think any of this part is different. Jessica's getting all of a sudden. She said the R word. You know what? Did a rage, throw money at the clerk. Clerk is a jerk. Ice cream. Asking to get ice cream. We don't get ice cream. Staring at his back in confusion. And he's going to run towards the highway, I bet. You're not helping me at all. Yep, there he goes. Ran to the highway. Oh, all right. I think I just skipped over that cutscene, but we saw it before, so that's not different. All right, so then let's take a look at what the next part of the guide says in terms of getting other achievements here. So we had the 2 deaths. You're annoying I've had before, so we're gonna move over that. Good night. Take time first. Nope, did that. That's this ending here, so. No first death scene, 4 fireflies, and second death to get the is anyone there achievement. So we need to not die the first time. I'm so confused, but I figured that was the point. Yeah, the game is very confusing. So we're gonna get a different ending by avoiding the very first death. Set a dialect special thanks to MD Dahlgren, Noah Liner, Kievanes, Crispin, Flurp. Flurp is a fun name. Flurp is a fun name. Sometimes I kind of debate, like, the name that I chose for myself online. Jacki Jinx is a good name. I mean, because it uses my actual name. First name, not last name. But, I mean, it does describe me a decent amount, so. All right, so we're going to select this option, which I've never selected this one before, so we'll see what happens here. She's not gonna die, you know that much. All right, move you over here. There we go. Instead of asking silly questions, help me find my fireflies. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. Guess I'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, 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 no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All things just stay in their place and that's it. Why? Are you trying to come up with reasons right now? You don't have to tell me if you want to. Let's do that. It's funny how to have someone in my life gaslight me. I'm making really dumb decisions in my life, and yet they're the ones that owe me $1,300 and have 3 bankruptcies, 2 DIYs in debt in every other way. Oh, you know, sometimes people just don't have perspective about their own situations. All right, so this is all the same dialogue now, so just skip through here. Yeah, I've definitely helped people with finances before and such for work and such, but also just, like before I even got into doing finance for work and such, which, you know, I've had quite a variety of jobs because that's who I am. I did help someone who was very reluctant to take any help or even talk about money and such, like to the point that they were breaking down practically. So that took a lot of breakthrough in order to help with them, but, you know, it just really takes a lot of more willpower to help yourself financially than anything. Wowie. Like, just selecting Wowie there. I figured they say that I'm an idiot. I should take it as a compliment. Well, you shouldn't be hanging out with people that call you an idiot. Unless, you know, like, you're good with taking that as a joke, you know? Because, I mean, like, you're joking about that sort of stuff. It's family. I'm sorry to hear that. I unfortunately understand that. All right, so we're going to go to the laptop first. We need to select that same option we did last time to get the second ending. Second death. Using hobbies. Yeah. Okay. Yep, you'll end up returning that subject any day. So continue through this, cut through this. Stop talking about the hamsters. I like a good hamster though. Yeah, I understand what you mean though when it comes to family. I mean, it's appropriate for this game here, talking about that a little bit. I'm not going to go into super personal details about that sort of stuff because I don't think that's appropriate, but well, for myself, really. There's certain things I want to keep private, you know. But yeah, I definitely feel that it's hard to, with certain family members and such, to try to talk about certain things. Like, it's hard for them to take you seriously because they still look at you like you're a child, you know, because that's how they knew you originally, as that child. And they just assumed that they just don't consider that you had that ability to grow as a person and to have different opinions or thoughts or anything like that. But the thing is about all people is that everyone has the ability to change. Everyone has the ability to learn things and be different than they were yesterday. That's one of the inevitable things. As I always say, there's 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and change. There's this wonderful NPR story that I found in college, and I bookmarked it a few years ago because it's something that I think about every once in a while because it's so interesting. It's just talking about how people are constantly changing to the point where it's just like the person that you were like 10 years ago. I mean, like, there's no question. Let's just say we're talking about a middle schooler versus someone that is 30 years old. That person's not the same. You're going to have some similar attributes. You might have some similar opinions, but, you know, like, you're probably not going to be your first thought in the day as a middle schooler is not the first thought they have in a day as a 30-year-old. You know what I mean? So things are going to be different no matter what. So what we need for this ending here, 4 fireflies in addition to that. Okay, so let's do that. Thanks. Of course, you're welcome. You know, shouldn't feel alone in these types of things. Yep. But yeah, I still have some family members that have a hard time taking me seriously, or they just don't want to listen, or perhaps it's just like, you know, like, and I recognize myself sometimes. It's just like, it's hard to view the person that you knew as a child as someone that's different too. It's hard. It's very hard. First impressions are very hard to get rid of, but you should try and, you know, expand yourself to try and move a little bit beyond that. People always have that ability to change. Let's see. So cutting through this. I just want my money back so I can get them out of my damn life finally. Oh, yeah. When it comes to family and money, I always treat it as a gift. If you're either given it or giving it, don't ever, if you want to have a good relationship with someone, family or friend-wise, don't do it like as a business type of thing. Just don't. Because, I mean, ultimately, the thought is this: do you care more about the money or do you care more about the relationship with the person, right? That's the way, really. If you care more about the money, then absolutely. Go more with the angle about trying to get it back. Okay, so if you don't care about the relationship, yeah, that's what you should focus more on. But if you care about maintaining them in your lives in any sort of respect, the better part is to let it go. Here we go. So we got that firefly, and then there's another one here. So we need another firefly. Now we're done. Oh, that's really rough. I'm sorry to hear that. We need firefly here. Okay, so this will be firefly number 3. All right, moving on there. Look at your feet. Wait for the summer busy season. I'll make money again. I could care less and get that monkey off my shoulder forever. All right. Yeah. Wait, hang on. That was 3, right? Because we got the 1 from the beginning, we got 1 from the book, and we got 1 from the bag. So that's 3. I'm supposed to get 4, right? Yeah, Stacy. 4 fireflies, second death. Yeah, so I need 1 more then. All right, what else has a firefly? I think well, that didn't. These didn't. That doesn't. I think the pills do. Let's go with the pills. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? So we didn't read through this before, but I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. We've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Oh, you know what? Things could have been worse. Yeah. I had a deep sigh, come closer to my extended hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment the words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns, pills rain down from it along with them. A firefly! Hooray! After circling above my head a couple times, it finally lands in my palm. The fireflies rush up towards my arm upon reaching my shoulder, crawl straight up into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. All right, so that is 4 fireflies. All right, finish searching. And we got to insult her again for that second ending. All right, why not? All right, so let's keep moving here. There's going to be similar dialogue here. There's nobody, wait, anyone cares about you that much. It's still really rough to tell anyone this. I don't say this gently at all. Let's see. I'm not, question mark? I'm not what? Let's see. It's a couple of minutes, okay? All right, so let's go through this part. So this should be similar too. So I'm guessing it's everything after we come back into the apartment that it's going to be different. So let's skip. I kind of wish that this was more like an actual visual novel, but most of the streamlined ones where you can just skip over to the next decision. But unfortunately, that's not how it goes. But if we tried to make every game exactly the same, it kind of loses its individuality, doesn't it? It would just be nice. It would be nice to have it in this one too, because there's so much to do. Oh, here we go. So we're free falling. Go, yeah. Yoshi! There she goes. Yep, talking about her best friend again. Her best friend who had the bots come after her. What a friend. Oh, I can't see what that icon is. It looks like there's a lot of lighting. Told everything about it without hiding a single thing. That's really, really making yourself vulnerable. No wonder you don't really want to talk to me about very much, you know? To have anything in life to be so passionate about it. Oh, finally crashes to the ground. There we go. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. Her thoughts are very scattered. Just wonder what she's taking pills for. Perhaps she's schizophrenic or something. I had a roommate in college who actually was schizophrenic. And she was off her meds for a bit. And she would see that she always would tell us during that period of time that she could see her father following her on campus. He wasn't on campus. Also, in addition to that, more lightheartedly, she would see them see spirit animals. With spirit animals, what I mean is that she would see like people had like little animals falling around them. That's when she was off her meds. And for her, she had two. She had a little bird and a cat, and they would basically chase each other, mostly the cat, the bird, and such. There were other animals too with our friends and such, but I honestly don't remember them. I just remember mine, which was the okapi. And I was like, what the hell is an okapi when she told me? And that's what I learned what an okapi is. And it's become pretty much my favorite animal ever since, oddly enough. It's such a unique creature. Let's see here. So where are we here? We're going through the same dialogue as before here. I'm wondering where it becomes different from our decisions. So, we get like another bedtime story here that we're telling you? And then like when she goes to sleep, perhaps something different there. Before I learned what an okapi was, by the way, my favorite animal was probably the penguin. I like birds. I did a little bit of study. Sea turtles and, well, because of course I lived by the shore when I was a kid. Sea turtles and birds. You know, like, crawl into my sleeping bag. It's very cold. Does the floor look different? Or is it the same from before? Crawl in my sleeping bag, lower part of the room is very cold. I heard to wrap myself in blankets, electric heater. Dreams just won't come anymore. It's so sad. Brush my teeth, lie down, insomnia. Now this is the same so far. Silhouettes of eyes. Waking people at me. Keepers. Today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course he's listening. Use your hands. Twirling fingers. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Okay. Nobody can hear you. Come on. Tell you a story. Let's give you a different story. Let's focus on something actually important. Fine. Close your eyes. Let's see if this is different. We have something different. Okay, cool. What's this? All right. I wake up. Oh, the achievement came up there. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. I hug my knees and wrap myself up in my sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket. And the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody or something is getting closer. I wonder what's happening here. Is this like imitating the bots that came in, like, maybe. I curl into a ball trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it stupidly backs off until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upward, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. It's already dark as it is in there. I'll have to do something at this point. What is happening? Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposefully avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howl on the outside. However, now I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come up to the door and reach out towards it. Is this like a metaphor for her isolation? As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in the pitch black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab at the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away from me and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. It's like, is she right, or is the dozens of people I know with actually homes and families and good jobs and money and zero debt are wrong? I don't know. Gaslighting is crazy. Gaslighting is crazy. Stupid door. Stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. That was a weird thing to say after reading that comment. Definitely the game dialogue. I'm not saying that to you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realized how horrible the situation I ended up is in. No. I don't stop screaming for a moment because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over. And the realest thing I have right now is my voice. So she has agoraphobia? She might have agoraphobia. It seems, from the beginning here, it seems like she had something very traumatic happen to her that makes it so that she has a very hard time going outside and doing stuff. So possibly agoraphobia from that, but I feel like she has some other stuff going on based on how she thinks people disappear when she's offline. Hey, I can hear you. A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here. Come closer. I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush towards the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us hasn't grown either, which means I match it in its speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood even. I would have broke the door down. She can't reach the door. She's trying. She can't touch it. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 or more feet like that into inertia, thanks to inertia. leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab the empty space. Ah! Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away from the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose now are a mushy mess. Somebody help! The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point, that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you. I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes! I stand up from my knees despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for a rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them. I don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost there. You're scaring me. Go away. Oh. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No, go away! I firmly grasp the handle on the open door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I close the ground beneath my feet and start falling. Oh, I lose the ground beneath my feet. I don't think you close ground very much. She's falling again. I'm laying face down in the grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude when nature is so alive around me with sounds and, I'm pretty sure, colors too. Stand up full of anticipation. Where's your moon? I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam. I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of the night sky instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or someone else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Ooh. Oh, that's my wolf for you, right there. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. Arrgh! I jump up and start turning my head in a panic. Where's that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but I get an instant reply. Arrgh! Hey, I can hear you. My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of grass and howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Hey, where are you? Can't understand where I should run to and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. It's just... there's not a single tree or stone around. Only an endlessly wide field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The scream turns into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Is that her? Is that the person? Somewhere very far away among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette, just a small black spot, but... Hey, I can see you. The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from his direction. No, it's not a scream, it's more like a whisper or a wheeze. Wait a second, are we looking at ourselves from the other direction? That could be what's happening. You know, from before. I can see you. Are you hurt? Cease to seem worse. No reaction again, it's just muffled sounds. Maybe it's just the wind going mad and the black spot is just a stone or a tree? I walk away disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps, then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. She saved herself. I think so. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feeling a panic and unexplainable dread go inside me. A stone? A tree? Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know that it's chasing me. The sound reaching my ears becomes even stranger, louder, and more distinct. And I'm not actually sure that she's saving herself here. She's doing something to herself. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I ran out of breath and I'm at the brink of dying. At least I think so. Ooh. The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively and, for some reason, try to shield my face, but end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty cackling rustle. I've had enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there at the same distance as before, and standing there without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know? Why don't you do anything? I don't know. The silhouette trembles and then starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by a new sounds, wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me. Go away. Exact same dialogue. After that, the spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky and fields is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Sticky darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, run again. That's a long ooh. Or we could be like, ooh. No doo-wops. No, go away! An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound, and the darkness consumes everything. Did someone just snap her neck? I wake up on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. She was her own worst enemy, yada yada. Yeah. And that one, absolutely, yeah. That was her. She did that to herself. All right, well, that was that ending. Okay, and back to the credits again, eh? All right, so it doesn't seem to change our situation very much, does it? Not at all. Oh, there's still so many more endings here. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do all of them, but I'm gonna try. Okay, so what we're gonna have to do is do no deaths and get 3 or 4 fireflies. It doesn't matter if it's 3 or 4. So we'll do that. No first death scene laptop without the story. So we're gonna skip that story with the laptop. We do the pills. Too. We could do the pills, yeah. All right. So then, I'm just gonna go ahead and exit the game and reload it because it's just gonna be quicker that way. No, I can't. Okay, maybe it would have been quicker just to wait for the credits because I have to go through this. Continue. We're not gonna let her die, so we're gonna go silent here. I wish I had more mechanical dreams. Mine are more melancholy. Mechanical dreams. Sometimes, it's good to have like simple dreams. Sometimes it's not. I said I've definitely had dreams where I've had like really, really good situations happen. Like, I'll tell you, the worst, I've had this happen to me twice. I had, I don't remember all the details, but I do remember like I had in both instances, they were pretty similar. They were very long dreams. I was pretty normal, honestly. Like I had a normal life. and normal things. I made really good friends. I had a bunch of friends. And I met someone, got married, you know, and just had a family and that sort of thing. I don't want kids or anything like that, by the way. That's not my life. But in that world, I guess I was okay with that. So I had my whole family and like everything. And I was like, I started to get into my late 30s and 40s and such. And then I ended up waking up and like all those experiences, those were gone. Like all the friends that I was just like had close relationships with and everything, just completely gone. I've had that happen to me twice. It's just very weird, like how normal those were, you know? Yeah. Sounds like you try to keep a very mental positive attitude. I respect that. I try because like when I don't, it's just like I'm really good at doing the opposite of that for myself. So I try to make it as positive as possible. It's weird though, you know, like I'm more good at making people feel positive than I am about myself. Mine is an enigma. It is. It really is. World is strange. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna click the laptop. We're not gonna get the story for it because we don't want her to die. I mean, it probably doesn't matter if we do take that or not, but I'm gonna be safe and just go on with not doing the extended story for the laptop here. So this will be Firefly number 2. As soon as we get that. Hit 5. Okay, good. We're in the safe spot then. We don't get that whole story about the guy who was doing stuff. We'll do the pills. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you you're going to ultimately die. Could have been worse. I don't know if it honestly makes a difference on which one of those options to select, but I guess it's quick. So that is technically 3 fireflies, but we can't continue, so yeah. So we'll do this one. Let's see. So I'm gonna let that continue on here. There we go. Remember our last day. Yeah. Okay. What happened then? Okay. Don't want to get the extra bit of the story here. You go blind. Don't want you to go blind, girl. All right, so that should be good enough to continue. All right, finish searching. All right, I'm gonna be nicer. There should be a technology that forces scenarios into your mind while you sleep. The dream world experiences are just as real. I don't know. I mean, like maybe for therapeutic purposes, that would be an interesting idea, but that's also kind of a dangerous idea as well, especially if it's in the wrong hands. I mean, like imagine like maybe like there's some messed up things like this girl has some very not great relationship with her parents, right? Imagine if you had a parent like that with that type of technology that uses on their kids. You're forced to have them think certain things and possibly end up forcing in the belief stuff as that too. That's very interesting type of philosophy to start thinking into, you know, like, is that ethically an okay thing to do, you know? Let's see. Dream experience is real, if not more, than the waking world. To learn new sleep gives you knowledge and experience with it. Yes, it does. It does do that. So I always say that every ultimate good created, so it's ultimate evil. There's pros to every con, right? There's cons to every pro. Okay, so we don't want her to go on the balcony. All right, let's stay here. Yeah, what are we gonna do? A silly question. I'm going to sleep, of course. I'll only come after a decade by myself, my mortal shell, at the same time being me ridiculous milk-sided milk, and similar dialogue here. So just gonna keep going here. Goodbye then. One more small favor to ask. What is that? Waited too much out today. I want you to forget it. You know, this is not different here. Afraid to tell you about stuff. I won't leave you alone until you tell me. All right, well. Let's let her go to sleep. Yeah, the background is different than it was the last time. Last time I had those tiles. This one looks like it has some weird door. But she says the same thing here. Well, we know that this is going to be different regardless of what happens. All right, she's just talking about how her dreams are again. Close your eyes. All right, let's see what's different here. Here we go. I look down. Please make it stop. Oh boy, that's what the achievement just said. This looks like a drill. What is happening here? I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway sneaks around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. Oh, this is long. This feeling I know. I've spent a couple of hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. Yo, that silhouette. 1 billion pounds of concrete and 1,000,000 miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short term here will end. My mind will melt and my body will turn to dust. The wall's coarse surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. Every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where this stairway abruptly ends? It's all meaningless. Probably. I mean, looking at all that up and down, yeah, I agree. It probably is meaningless to go up or down on that. Although well, I mean, in a dream, obviously, we know that it's going to be endless, but if it was reality, it probably is finite. But how long does it take to get to the one end versus the other is the question. Would you survive? Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that is trembling. I can't wait to destroy me. It can't wait to destroy me. BRB? Okay, cool. I'll be here. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head? That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't! Ooh. It's like one of those Rorschach tests. Amongst the silence, seeing a lonely colossus unmoving. Until the music stops, the bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Wimbawet to wimbawet. This looks wet in Wimba. There's a lot of staircases. Wow. You know, it kind of reminds me of hair follicles if you think about it. So maybe the person was balding and we just had the one hair that's growing, and now it's a nice forest of hair. So we should be happy that she's here. I almost called her Tresca. I don't think that's her name at all. A press of thick, sticky air. She really likes using sticky to describe air and things. Drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words while I watch the scene unfold before me. Hundreds of giant concrete structures just like mine spread in tiny rows endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them like vines. There, at the end of the world, there is a person's smile. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. So it's like different possibilities for each follicle here. I tried to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of this super creature. A moment passes and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose the direction, up, down, or... there's the other option horizontally. The crowd notices the blood on Wozek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him. Who is Wozek? Who's Mendel? I know Mendel is a musician, that's all I know. Apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance, he walks out on the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There's less and less space for my own. Very less and less. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how does it manifest exactly? Answer honestly. Don't hide anything.
Do not hide a thing. We can see all.
This game is so confusing, but I'm here for it. decided to descend. Descend into the madness. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking in a wrong way or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and with time, it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices. Grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. You get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No? I'm sorry. I won't get that, then do you get it? Do you get it? You get it. Yes, even if you don't get it. Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand exactly it exists? And suddenly woke up. Yes. Will she ever wake up not crying, I wonder? Very sad. Very, very sad. All right, so that was another ending. Yeah, let me see what do we do next now for more stuff? That one was very interesting. I don't really understand what the metaphor in that one was at all. Truly. With the possibilities in her life. I feel like it was trying to be more positive than the other ones, though. For certain. So that at least is a plus. The everything is fine scene. So we need to get all fireflies, no balcony, no death scene, no first death scene, no balcony. So, I mean, obviously, no death scenes at all. All the fireflies. Then we also have, looks like there's a secret collectible in this. Hang on one second. In the game, some kind of secret collectible. It is needed to friend ending only. Well, that one we'll do after. So we don't have any more deaths anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new save after we get past the decision that avoids the first death, so that we're just at the firefly collection thing. So does this guide say anything about the collection of the fireflies? I wonder. No, it doesn't. I don't know if there's anything that I need to do differently than I've had before in order to get all of the fireflies. So I just want to double check on that. So we want to ignore this part here, and then I'm going to go ahead and save after we get to the point and click aspect. All right. So there's your first firefly. Wowie. Oh, nope. I forgot about this again. Move that over, please. Go. All right. Here we go. All right, save it, please. Thank you. Game saved. Good. All right, so back into here. So according to this guide, let's select her phone, which we have not read this today, so I'll go ahead and read that. So we want the phone, backpack, sketchbook, computer, dosage notes. Actually, let's just go through the ones that we did before. All right, so we want the bag, and then we have the dosage notes and the phone are the other ones. All right, I don't think I need that image anymore. It doesn't matter what to select on them. Looks like, what a cool image. I need to remember this. Right. Oh, right. Skip through here. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. The rest of this shouldn't take the time that I think it could take. All right. Good here. All right, you got your sad fly. Got you, sketchbook. Yep, ask your mom. Doesn't matter though. Next page here, please. Let's Keep it going. Come on, open your eyes. Just do it. Calm down, calm down, calm down till the umpteenth power. I know you. In another life, we knew each other. Don't close your eyes. Just trust me. Do the thing. And look, you get a little firefly just for trusting your imaginary friend. That is moi. Laptop next. Gonna avoid the memory that brings up the bad memories. I'm kind of wondering if this whole game is basically just trying to make you, because the better endings, it seems like, if not trying to focus on to the bad memories, such as like when she got the bot stuff happening to her, or when her father was taking her out of the classroom, like in a really bad way. So the pills, we read this one before. All right, so we got 2 more here. So these 2 I'll read out loud since they're new here. Your usual notebook page is glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information that I can take without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah, I thought you knew them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, is it? Of course it's not. Shaky broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing, it's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My screen makes the page rustle rustlingly. After a moment, a firefly appears underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into the businesslike flight that ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. All right, and then the phone. What's this? Wait, what? There wasn't anything in the phone. That's interesting. Hang on a second. Let me double check that guide. So it definitely said to check the phone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, we got the one from the beginning. It should be 5 fireflies altogether. So the backpack is 2, sketchbook 3, computer 4, doses notes is 5, that's 6. Someone doesn't know how to count. Do not collect the phone. Well, I mean, we didn't collect the phone. I clicked it. All right. Well, hang on. Let me just see if it comes up again. Well, whatever. Finishing. I was going between 2 different guides, so who knows what the actual answer is on that. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. Hey, look at that. I guess. I managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all, 0 sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I want to sleep. Can we get some fresh air before sleeping? Well, the balcony. Nope, we don't want the balcony. I think someone is watching me. All right, let's stay here. What are you gonna do? A silly question, I'm going to sleep. All right. You don't have to talk to me loud, I understand you're worried about me. All right, so we're getting the same wording. Really small favor to ask. Yeah. Forget about everything I said. Forget about me. I am not important. I am just the girl that talks to herself when I am on my pills. All right. Back to this floor. The floor is different yet again. We got these interesting squiggy marks. It reminds me of those party cups. You know what I mean? The ones with the white and the blue zigzags. Well, no, it's white with the blue and purple zigzags on them. That's what this reminds me of. All right, silhouettes stacked. Today, well, still too scared to stop? All right, listen, use your hands then. Use your hands to talk. It's something where if you know, you know. Yep, exactly. You're correct. Absolutely correct. So like, oh, the red solo cups. You know what those are. Can't say that I use them much myself, but I know of them. I actually had I think I still have some pink solo cups in my home. Let's see. Just to be different. All right, let's get you this ending. Apparently this is supposed to be more positive, but there's one more ending after this. Are we friends? So that's why friendship's like, oh wait, no. Oh, so this is the best of the ending, so I accidentally got this. Whoops. All right. Hello, thank you for choosing our pizzeria. So there's one other ending that's a little less good than this, but this is the better of those two. So I think it was because I clicked the phone that this happened. All right. You know, this place is so empty, though. I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. Is she on the edge of a building on a roof? I could create a whole world with them. I'm sure it'll be able to fill a void around me if I try hard enough. Although, no matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happen in my head, but they never left its premise. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were too afraid to come out. I remember seeing those zigzag cups in the school cafeteria in middle school. Yeah, those in school. I don't think I definitely think I've seen them in school, but like if teachers brought them in for parties and such. What kind of pizza do you like to order? I usually just get either plain or, actually, more recently, I try to be like, well, I need more vegetables, so I'll just throw some spinach on it. It doesn't do very much, does it? It's just like you're having all that stuff that's not so good for you, but having spinach on top of it helps a little bit, makes you feel a little. Anyway, yeah, I try not to be too picky with food nowadays, but if I'm ordering for myself, I'll usually try to do something like that, either plain or spinach, maybe with chicken, something like that. Although chicken usually ends up being pretty dry on pizza, unfortunately. People don't really know how to do that properly. If I can find it, though, I usually try to get it, if it's available, and it's so hard to find this type of pizza, shrimp scampi. I know that sounds crazy. It does. I had it in college, because I had it in a school cafeteria, my very first year of college. My life changed. It's so good. That's the best pizza. Just really is. Anyway, there's so much space in my head that I could be put to good use. It does sound crazy, but it's really good. And I made it myself one time, and so good. So every thought that would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back where it starts. I mean, if you love shrimp scampi, of course, you know. If you don't, then it's probably not going to be good for you. But trust me, if you like shrimp scampi, and you like pizza, combine it, try it. It's amazing. Every thought that would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? All places I found that, by the way, was in Pennsylvania. It's weird. My first year of college was in Pennsylvania, yes. That was the study abroad for me. Yep. I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Seems like a normal place she's in so far. You're running in the road. Don't do that. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 3 pieces for the price of 2. I would order 3, but mostly I just eat for myself. So that would probably go bad, actually. I probably wouldn't do that. Anyway, yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed. Probably. Your thoughts should be ashamed of themselves, yeah. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. It's where I exist. Nothing bad can happen. Nothing good can happen either. Not with pizza, nothing bad can happen. Unless the pizza's bad. Then your day is just ruined. Because, yeah, pizza's supposed to be uplifting. If you have bad pizza, your day is just bleh. Yeah. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's nothing good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. This is the pizza place. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point of that? I'm not sure who is talking here. Is it the pizza guy or her? I can just keep on thinking, and even then, my thoughts are meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but I am part of it? Maybe. Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. A neutral milk hotel, perhaps. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts? Maybe. That's what dreams typically are. I wouldn't want to admit that. I'm completely empty. Completely devoid of thoughts. I'm not even I'm not the reason everything had disappeared, right? Still very curious that all of it sounds like text, but I think that's because picking up the phone that this happened. Can I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me since I can't do anything about it? No. Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head, and they always keep me entertained. It's a rapping sound. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. So you go. That's why you're walking alone in the dark. That's where all the good things happen. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. All alone except for the skinwalkers. What's a skinwalker? It doesn't sound good, though. I shouldn't care. I don't care about skinwalkers, she says. It's empty here and it makes me feel neither good or bad. I am neutral. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point of having one? What's the point of having doors? You ever go anywhere? I feel like nobody's helping me. They should feel ashamed. All of them. All the people who don't know that I exist should feel ashamed at not helping me. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. Well, I mean, if you can create whatever world you want, you should be able to create people in it, shouldn't you? I can't do anything about it, though. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty, you hear? I feel neither good or bad. Oh, she's gonna get hit by a train, isn't she? She's on railroad tracks. I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. This is very different from the other dreams. It just feels like she's actually not dreaming, you know what I mean? This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. Because these are how our thoughts normally are. They're kind of like this and that. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? Yes. No, it's not. It's not. I decided I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. They'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. Super proud. I'll be able to save myself. That's what we all say to ourselves. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Save yourself. At the same time, here we go. I don't really care anymore. Oh. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. As I've heard. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. A whole new world? What is happening with this sound? If I try hard enough, it'll be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside my head, but what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. No. It already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. So many thoughts. If I try hard enough. So, the world isn't empty after all. I can't see anything. Girl, what are you doing? Sounds like brakes. That's a train crossing. She's totally gonna get hit by a train, isn't she? She's totally gonna get hit by a train. I'm not here for that. Session timed out. Please reload the page. Okay, it was a dream. She was dreaming. Still waking up and crying. That really sucks. This girl needs a friend. These lines in this dream are the most familiar to me. It's pretty cozy. I don't know about that for myself, really. I mean, I feel like out of all of them, for me personally, this one was the least relatable to me. Nah, actually, the staircase one was the least relatable. This is the second least one. It's like the cold concrete and that sort of thing, just like absolutely nothing and such. Just makes it feel like you have no thoughts and such going on in your mind and such. And such and such and such and such. I don't know what to think about that ending. Clearly, she was distracted, for certain, and just seemed like nothing good was going to happen for her in that one. And that she's just ignoring the whole world existing. So I feel that that's very accurate to her as a character. So it's very appropriate. So there's that. The other endings that are missing here. All right, so there's just the one ending that's missing, which was the one I was going for before. So we'll get it this time. And that is going to be everything is fine. So gonna click everything that I did in the last one except the phone. So the phone is the only thing we don't click. All right, so it's so weird that you can't do anything with this. I'm so curious about that. So let me just click through all this real quick. All right, so there's that one. There's the pills. So there's that one. Let's get the laptop. Imagined the hamster story again. Again, she has such an active imagination. I love that. But sometimes an active imagination is not a good thing because it makes you go into these deep, dark hovels that you are better off not being in. Okay, so done with that story. Come on, look at your feet, grab that firefly. We're good. All right. Yeah, it's a sad bag. And then, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one is number 6 and the last one. And then we can finish searching. A lot of calming down here. I'm very calm. Are you calm? I'm calm. Don't close your eyes. Just trust the voice in your head to tell you what to do. Because I'm here to help you. That's what the pills do. They help you. Well, they're supposed to help you. Not always. Just because you have medication doesn't necessarily is going to be helpful for you, but meh. Anyway, I digress. Just depends on what it is. Here we go. You found all the fireflies, I guess. And I gather my thoughts still worry me. I'm still wondering why of all the things, getting the pizza number does all that. It's so weird. All right, let's stay here. Saying goodbye to taking pills according to her. Maybe she's just crying at the fact that she's saying goodbye to us. Maybe that's what it is when she's waking up. Anyway, we're gonna be lulling her to sleep there. Well, that looks like a cozy-ish background. It's almost like it's the floor, but it's still floating weirdly. All right, here we go. Let me take a nice sip of water here. Everything is fine, don't you see? Ending. Here we go. Ugh, another terrible morning. Ooh. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. It's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Oh, ooh, what happened to your eyes? Ugh, another terrible morning. Boo. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. I think we're going to get some... Hey, that's... You breathing okay like that? Another terrible morning. Why is my face so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Sure, if there's something wrong with looking different, that's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. Mom, are you doing this to me? Another terrible morning. A holy morning, you might say. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what others at school will think. That's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. What's happening next? A haircut could help that. Another terrible morning. Boo, is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. There's two of her. There's two of her now. Another terrible morning. Why is my face looking so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. It's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. I don't know. Nothing looking different at all. Maybe I'm a doppelganger. I don't know. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. My little nose. I don't want to look at that. Another terrible morning. My face always looking so stupid. I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. It's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. I'm afraid. Oh, that's not so bad. I don't know why the long eyes really bug me and 8 eyes don't. I don't know, but there we go. Another terrible morning. Boo, is my face looking so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. I mean, where do you go from here? Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always looking so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Is there anything after that one? Oh my God, I think there is. All faced. Good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. She lost her personality there, I guess. Ooh. Well, that one, I feel, was probably the most accurate to her out of all of those endings. Truly. Truly, truly. When I say that, thinking about how if she is schizophrenic, like I think she might be, possibly, or multiple personalities disorder, possibly. You know, like, you never really know how you're going to see yourself when you wake up, or the next moment to the next, or what you're going to be focusing on and such. So, that feels like that is what's going on there in her dreams, just manifesting. Oh. I'm pretty confident that that was definitely the last ending. Let me just take a look at, because I'm not as confident about that one ending I got or not. No, those were every single achievement. It's all done. there's nothing else to find from that game. Wow. And it's still not any more clear to me what exactly happened to her with going out to get the milk. Something traumatic clearly happened to her. And I feel like that from the very first ending that we got with Trescott, I feel like that was just an embodiment of our character in that. So probably that something happened while she was going out as a kid. And that probably didn't help her growing up much, as well as her getting yelled at and such. Well, that's my theory on the things anyway. You can leave your thoughts if you'd like, but we're gonna have to leave it there because I need to run because I have work in the afternoon very soon. That was a good game. I liked it. I'm glad my friend recommended it and gifted that to me, so I'm so thankful for you. You know who you are. I don't know if you want me to say your name, otherwise I would. You know who you are. Thank you so much for that. I'll take a look at the other game you got me too in the near future. So, that is the end of streaming for this week and today, obviously. So that's the end of Feckless Fridays. As I mentioned last stream, I'm gonna exit out of this music because that's unsettling to me. Let me just play some nice background music here. Give me a second here. If this is nice at all, I'm not sure. Hang on. No theme. Yeah, sure, the Turks theme. So next week, I'm going to be going to MagFest, so my schedule is going to be irregular. I will be streaming as a makeup both Sunday and Monday. So I'll be streaming Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The rest of the week, I will be off because that's going to be traveling and the rest of it's going to be at MagFest. I'm not going to be able to stream while I'm on the road. It's just not possible for me. I don't have that kind of setup. I will be back. So that'll be those days, and then I'll be back to my normal schedule Tuesday of the following week. All right. I might do a Monday for makeup. So I'm not streaming Friday. So will I be doing a Feckless Friday at all this coming week? The answer is yes. I'll make it Tuesday. It'll be a very short Feckless Tuesday. So Sunday and Monday, by the way, I'll be able to do longer streams since I will not be working. So that'll be fun. Well, Monday more so than Sunday, because Sunday I still have my movie group I'm going to. So that's gonna do it for me today. Thank you everyone who joined me today on another lovely Feckless Fridays. I hope to see you again soon. We'll be continuing some Trials of Mana as well as UFO 15. Probably gonna start something else too, just for the variety of things. I have like if you saw what my desktop looks like right now, I have so many random things downloaded onto it right now. Thinking about a short hike, maybe I'll go into, I'm not sure. I'll figure out something. I'm gonna look into Flawless Sadly demo just to see what happened with that, because I really wanted to see what happened. All right. No worries, Dromer. Thank you, Dromemer. Thank you so much for joining me, as well as everyone else. That's all, everyone. And all the new follows, new subs on YouTube. I appreciate all of you. As always, just as a reminder, and this is very, very important. Hey, it's Mario. Hi. It's you, Mario. I want to remind everyone to remember to reticulate your possums. Please, please, please do that. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining me again. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend. I hope to see you Sunday. Bye.